Hi there and welcome back. In this video, we are going to read chapter 87, 88 and 89 of The Life of Pi. Don't forget that all the other chapters are available in different videos on the channel, so do check them out. The Life of Pi by Jan Martel, chapter 87, here we go. One of my favorite methods of escape was what amounts to gentle asphyxiation. I used a piece of cloth that I had cut from the remnants of a blanket. I call it my dream rag. I wet it with seawater so that it was soaked but not dripping. I lay comfortably on the tarpaulin and I placed the dream rag on my face, fitting it to my features. I would fall into a daze, not difficult for someone in such an advanced state of lethargy to begin with. But the dream rag gave a special quality to my days. It must have been the way it restricted my air intake. I would be visited by the most extraordinary dreams, trances, visions, thoughts, sensations, and remembrances, and time would be gobbled up. When a twitch or a gasp disturbed me and the rag fell away, I'd come to full consciousness, delighted to find that time had slipped by. The dryness of the rag was part proof, but more than that was the feeling that things were different, that the present moment was different from the previous present moment. Chapter 88. One day we came upon trash. First the water glistened with patches of oil. Coming up soon after was the domestic and industrial waste, mainly plastic refuse in the variety of forms and colors, but also pieces of lumber, beer cans, wine bottles, tatters of cloth, bits of rope, and surrounding it all, yellow foam. We advanced into it. I looked to see if there was anything that might be of use to us. I picked out an empty corked wine bottle. The lifeboat bumped into a refrigerator that had lost its motor. It floated with its door to the sky. I reached out, grabbed the handle, and lifted the door open. A smell leapt out so pungent and disgusting that it seemed to color the air. Hand to my mouth, I looked in. There were stains, dark juices, a quantity of completely rotten vegetables, milk so curdled and infected it was a greenish jelly, and the quartered remains of a dead animal in such an advanced state of black putrefaction that I couldn't identify it. Judging by its size, I think that it was lamb. In the closed, humid confines of the refrigerator, the smell had had the time to develop, to ferment, to grow bitter and angry. It assaulted my senses with a pent-up rage that made my head reel, my stomach churn, and my legs wobble. Luckily, the sea quickly filled the horrid hole, and the thing sank beneath the surface. The space left vacant by the departed refrigerator was filled by other trash. We left the trash behind, and for a long time, when the wind came from that direction, I could still smell it. It took the sea a day to wash off the oily smears from the sides of the lifeboat. I put a message in the bottle. Japanese-owned cargo ship Sim Sim, flying Panamanian flag, sank July 2nd, 1977 in Pacific 4 days out of Manila. Am in lifeboat. Pi Patel, my name. Have some food, some water, but Bengal tiger, a serious problem. Please advise family in Winnipeg, Canada. Any help very much appreciated. Thank you. I corked the bottle and covered the cork with a piece of plastic. I tied the plastic to the neck of the bottle with nylon string, knotting it tightly. I launched the bottle into the water. Chapter 89. Everything suffered. Everything became sun-bleached and weather-beaten. The lifeboat, the raft, until it was lost. The tarpaulin, the stills, the rain catchers, the plastic bags, the lines, the blankets, the net, all became worn, stretched, slack, cracked, dried, rotted, torn, discolored. What was orange became whitish orange. What was smooth became rough. What was rough became smooth. What was sharp became blunt. And what was whole became tattered. Rubbing fish skins and turtle fat on things as I did greased them a little but made no difference. The salt went on eating everything with its million hungry mouths. As for the sun, it roasted everything. It kept Richard Parker in partial subjugation. It picked skeletons clean and fried them to a gleaming white. It burnt off my clothes and would have burnt off my skin, dark though it was, had I not protected it beneath blankets and propped up turtle shells. When the heat was unbearable, I took a bucket and poured seawater on myself. Sometimes the water was so warm, it felt like syrup. The sun also took care of smells. I don't remember any smells, or only the smell of the spent hand flare shells. They smell like cumin. Did I mention that? I don't even remember what Richard Parker smelled like. We perished away. It happened slowly, so that I didn't notice it all the time, but I did notice it regularly. We were two emaciated mammals, parched and starving. Richard Parker's fur lost its luster, and some of it even fell away from his shoulders and haunches. He lost a lot of weight, became a skeleton in an oversized bag of faded fur. I too withered away, the moistness sucked out of me, my bones showing plainly through my thin flesh. I began to imitate Richard Parker in sleeping an incredible amount of hours. It wasn't proper sleep, but a state of semi-consciousness in which daydreams and reality were nearly indistinguishable. I made much use of my dream rag. These are the last pages of my diary. Today saw a shark bigger than any I've seen till now. A primeval monster 20 feet long, striped. A tiger shark, very dangerous, circled us, feared it would attack. Have survived one tiger, thought I would die at the hands of another. Did not attack, floated away. Cloudy weather, but nothing. No rain, only morning grayness. Dolphins, tried to gaff one, found I could not stand. RP, weak and ill-tempered. Am so weak, if he attacks I won't be able to defend myself. Simply do not have the energy to blow whistle. Calm and burning hot days, sun beating without mercy. Feel my brains are boiling inside my head. Feel horrible, prostrate body and soul. Will die soon. RP, breathing but not moving. Will die too. Will not kill me. Salvation, an hour of heavy, delicious, beautiful rain. Filled mouth, filled bags and cans, filled body till it could not take another drop. Let myself be soaked to rinse off salt. Crawled over to see RP, not reacting. Body curled, tail flat, coat clumpy with wetness, smaller when wet, bony. Touched him for the first time ever to see if dead. Not. Body still warm, amazing to touch him, even in this condition, firm, muscular, alive. Touched him and fur shuddered as if I were a gnat. At length, head half in water, stirred. Better to drink than to drown. Better sign still, tail jumped. Threw piece of turtle meat in front of nose. Nothing. At last half rose to drink. Drank and drank. Ate. Did not rise fully. Spent a good hour licking himself all over. Slept. It's no use. Today I die. I will die today. I die. This was my last entry. I went on from there, endured, but without noting it. Do you see these invisible spirals on the margins of the page? I thought I would run out of paper. It was pens that ran out.